Figgy fam, we are back with another week of weekly vlogs. How we doing? Goal this week, get everything back on track. So yes, I got the flu. And that video came out late the week that it had to come out the week that I was flu, and the flu when it came out a little bit late. So we're gonna try and get these back on track. So sorry for the lateness, but you know, what do you do? Yeah. So I am heading to the gym right now. And then I have 3 students today. One at 12, one at 1:30, and one at 3:15. Then we have company tech week. So this is also where I'm like, am I really gonna catch up this week? We shall see. We shall see. Come with me as we tackle this. I don't necessarily mean to judge anyone, but there are people at Chick-fil-A and it is 9:30 in the morning. Just not what I think of when I think of breakfast food. Interesting. Okay, so I have a little less than an hour to get ready. So having to do my company routine as much as possible, so the less I have to do once I get to the theater, better. Luckily, today at the gym wasn't a super, like, intense workout. I didn't sweat that much. At least, I hope I can, like, get back on track and, like, everything tomorrow. Between the last few weeks and waking up late and, like, just being exhausted. Although I feel like this happens every single week, guys. Like, just me. I'm sorry. Is it the same every week? Probably. I'm just a mess, honestly. And I feel like every time I try and get back up and get to normal, things just don't work. Maybe this is my sign to be medicated. Like, honestly. Okay. Hi, Figgy fam. What's up? I'm back. Sorry I did not film yesterday. Honestly, it was kind of a busy day with lessons, and most of them are kids, so couldn't really film much. So I have a random day off on a Wednesday. So did I use this time to wake up at a normal time? No, my body is still very tired. Clearly, I've been going to bed at like midnight 1, which was actually pretty normal for me, but I can usually get up at like 8 and it'd be fine. For some reason, my body is choosing 10 or 11. So clearly my body is exhausted. So yeah. We're gonna roll with it. This is also like ADHD. I had the flu and we're in the middle of tech and yeah. So and probably burnout. There's a little bit of burnout, I'm sure. So I am gonna head to the gym right now because the only thing that I know to do when my body is not feeling too hot is to go condition it. So yeah, my stuff in the show is just more physical than I think anything I've ever done in a show. Not that I'm complaining, but like my body, guys, I'm almost 30. I just turned 29. Okay, like my body definitely feels it more now. So yeah, my hips and my back have been very tight the last few days. So we're gonna go to the gym, try and work it out. I'm also gonna try and can do like the massage beds and the chair. And then my gym also has like red light therapy, so I'm like thinking I might get in there and try and get my body good before this weekend, because day off. We also don't have rehearsal like we were supposed to have, because our Bobby actually had to fly to New York for a couple days for work. So he'll be back for our invitational, which is tomorrow, which is pre-tech, not pre-tech, our final draws, but it's an invitational. We have an audience. So yeah, that's fun. So I'm kind of glad that I have this day off. And let's see what I can try and get done today. Because I'm not sure since I woke up kind of late. But let's go. Okay, so I just got home. I probably spent about an hour and a half at the gym. Did a nice little like dancer based workout. What you guys didn't see was like the plyometric stuff that I did. Is that how you say it, or am I wrong? Plyo? I'm forgetting. So I did like pogo jumps and box jumps with, you like sit on a bench that's higher and then jump onto the smaller box. So some stuff like that. Some stuff that's meant for like dancers. Single leg, leg press. I cannot think right now. I'm so hungry. I also did some hip thrusts and Bulgarian split squats. But I'm gonna make myself some lunch now. Chicken, meatballs. These are the teriyaki and pineapple. This is gonna be a girl lunch, let me tell you. We got the Chobani no zero added sugar, and we got the big one from Costco, guys, and it has, there's a raspberry lemon flavor, and normally I love raspberry and lemon, especially in spring and summer. It's like nice and refreshing. But in yogurt form, I don't know how people do lemon in their yogurt. Like, I think Yoplait used to have like a lemon flavor too, like the whipped one, I think, because it was like lemon meringue, right? And it was really gross. And I think it is really gross. So I'm doing 8 meatballs, my Chobani, and then we got watermelon that I have to make sure that we eat. Honestly, what I might do with the rest of that watermelon is bring it in to company. This is the lunch of champions. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? This isn't... Honestly, guys, there's probably, let's see, there's 20 grams of protein in that Chobani, and there's probably about, I want to say like 14 grams right there of protein, and then watermelon. Why not? Coke Zero. Why not? I have to say it. So far, I've had the raspberry lemon, the cherry berry, and the vanilla of the no sugar added Chobanis. I think the cherry berry is my favorite right now so far. It still tastes very much like cherry forward. It's not giving like artificial cherry, kind of like the vanilla. Vanilla I can tell is like a no sugar added vanilla. This one I can't really tell. And then the raspberry lemon just doesn't, I don't like lemon in yogurt. It's weird to me. I don't know why. So cherry berry is probably my favorite. Okay, I'm showered, I'm changed, waiting for one of the washing machines to open up because I need to do laundry pretty bad. Yes, so we're gonna do laundry, then I need to take care of some of our recycling and get it like bagged up. And then I need to go to Cosmo Prof. So we'll get us some conditioner. Yeah. So got a couple things on the bucket today. Right now I'm trying to deal with my like not so dirty clothes and put them back before I wash them more. Ha ha ha, caught the person that was using the washing machine before me. So he is gonna change that right now, it seems like. So I'm gonna go get mail. See what we got. We did just get a pre-offer for the Disney Rewards card, which I'm pretty excited about. So that is definitely something that we will be looking into, which will be fun. We are in luck today, guys. They had a kit. It was $35 for these. We call them.
Hey, Figgy fam! The day is here. The World Cup has started. We're watching the Mexico game. Got my new jersey with the World Cup patch. It's halftime right now. Mexico 1-0. This is great. I love the World Cup. Viva Mexico! What are you doing?
I'm gonna go play Sims because I just finished editing last week's video and it's downloading right now, so I can't use my phone.
Vamos Mexico! Viva Mexico! Goal! Goal! 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. Mexico! 2-0. Carlito! All right, Figgy fam. Here's some of the decorations that I put up for the World Cup. I got the official poster. I bought the frame at Michael's, and then I got the poster at Five Below, and I put it on the frame. We got this set from Costco with the mascot. Also got that scarf up there, Walgreens, and I got a couple little things. Got this little replica mini trophy, and but yeah, it's really cool. Got my little setup right here, and my dad got me that Mexico flag right there. But it's our little setup for the World Cup. Also got this banner at Walgreens. It's really cool. Yeah.
Okay, now we're at rehearsal.
Yep.
Invited dress. Yay!
Woo, yay!
Look at that light. Our set.
Look at this.
An actual bar.
A bar.
We have some tables. Oh, bye lights. Ah, perfect. Look at that. Good morning, Figgy fam. Today has been a little hard. I figured that I would kind of chat to you guys while I got ready for the day. It is Friday, which means that we open company today. There is something so inherently external about being an actor. You know, you go into an audition and you need to get accepted and liked by the casting director or the director. You go out every night and are greeted with an applause from an audience when you give a performance. And for most of my personal theater career, I have been a singer first. And I still stand by that, believe in that. I'm a singer, then an actor, then a dancer, in that order. So what has been very hard about company is not being in a singer role. And this happens. I mean, there's so many different types of parts in a musical, especially there's parts that sing, there's parts that don't, there's whatever. And especially with a show like Company, because it's what we call an ensemble show where all of our parts make up the ensemble. We did add even more of an ensemble into our show. So there is that. But this show, in the way that it's set up, like, I feel bad for the men in this show too, because if you're not Bobby, you're not the main character, you're not really singing. Which is something that I think Hugo has been kind of dealing with and has probably been handling a lot better than me. My eye is red and stings. Ow. This one's gonna do the same thing. Oh God. But in my personal career, I have been what we call a princess track, which means that you come on, sing this big grand song that has to do with the plot and like really sets things in motion. Like Maureen was a princess drag. Or I have had characters where I sing what we call the 11 o'clock number, which is like back when shows used to be almost 3 hours long and started at 8. It's like the song right before the last song or the last finale song, right? So that has been my resume always. And Sarah doesn't really do that. Sarah has one solo and one song that a lot of people don't know from the show. It's not like one of those iconic songs, which is what I'm used to singing. And the solo is not a solo song. It's like a solo within an ensemble number. So I have been feeling not so great about those circumstances. Which is fine. Fine. I'm about to get a little bit raw and a little bit emotional, but it's not fine, but like, I know it's a me problem and I know it's something that I need to get through. I think what's hard about it is that Sarah, despite not being like the lead or the 11 o'clock number or the princess track, has been one of the hardest things I've done. And it feels like because I don't have the big number or because the scene happens, a 17-page freaking scene, this long scene happens at the very beginning of the show, that I get lost in the show, or that I might get forgotten about. And it is purely because of things in my life that have made me feel not good enough or like I'm second best. And so I'm trying really hard today to work through those feelings, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I just keep we had our preview last night, and Felicia, who some of you guys know if you've seen her in some of our other videos, was supposed to come and she didn't come, and so, which is not a knock on her, but it felt like, oh, like I don't even have like the one person in the audience who would come up to me and say, oh, you know, you did a good job, blah, 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 because the character is just not really that. Not to say that I do this because I am looking for outward validation, although has it been a part of it? Absolutely. I don't think that any actor does what we do without needing some sort of validation in some way. And that's definitely something that we as actors have to, I think all of us need to work through at some point, right? I like have to remind myself that like sometimes you are gonna get parts that don't steal the show, that don't do this, that don't do that. And that doesn't mean that I shouldn't feel not proud of my work just because other people aren't going to say anything about it or recognize it, I guess. But damn, at the same time, I just want the 11 o'clock number. Or I just want to be the princess track. I would have taken that any day. Because Sarah's got to be one of the most hard roles. It's physically hard. It's kind of emotionally hard. That scene is just long. You're expected to be on for 20 minutes straight, which is crazy. Yeah. I'm trying really hard not to feel like I'm not doing a good job because of the circumstances. I'm trying my best out here, guys. I don't know. I think it's also just like coming off of a streak of the last year and 2 years, year and a half, where up until Marina just wasn't getting parts. So I think there's a little bit of me that's still scarred from that. Sarah's not like the part that I wanted at all. Which is fine. That happens. That happens sometimes. And that's okay. I was taking anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. But I think now that I'm in it, I'm like, oh, I really, really did kind of want that other part, huh? And those are just feelings that I have to get through. But like, I've put in blood, sweat, tears. I'm not kidding about all 3 of those into this freaking part. And I just don't want to get lost in the chaos that show is. Because there's just so much that happens. So I'm just trying to remind myself that, like, I am good enough. I've done amazing work in this show. I just want it to be noticed. I think it's all. It's just all. And I'm scared that it's not. I just also think because it's a freaking acting role. Like, I'm acting my face off. And being somebody who's not necessarily known for my acting, I'm known for my singing. I'm really afraid that I'm not doing a good job. Not a good enough job, at least. So, yeah. I know it's just gonna be worse. What gets me is every night the fucking 11 o'clock number happens. Not me singing it. It also sucks because I like, ideally in this show, that would be my part. That would be who I would see myself playing. Normally though, that part is supposed to be like in her 40s to 60s. And so I didn't think that I would get it. Didn't even consider it. And we ended up going with a younger option. And she plays opposite Hugo. And I know that, one, because I know our director, but also I know as like a director too, myself, that It is about fitting pieces into a puzzle, and the person that got this part would not be able to play my part because of injuries, back injuries. So I tell students all the time to be more marketable and like be diverse. Sometimes though, that's a blessing and not a curse, or sometimes that's a blessing and a curse. Yeah. And the thing that I keep having to remind myself is that there's actors of all levels that feel like this sometimes. There's a lot of, I think actors get a little bit of a nervous system shock doing what we do, constantly having to get no's. And I think my nervous system just still isn't calm from last year and not getting parts, and so having to readjust. Yeah, especially in community theater, I find that sometimes you could be the best person in that room and read the best and sing the best and dance the best, and you still don't get them. All right, Figgy fam, thank you so much for joining us on another week of weekly vlogs. We hope that you guys enjoyed yourself. And if you did, make sure that you hit that notification bell, that like button, and that subscribe button down below. We would greatly appreciate it. And we hope you guys have an amazing week. We'll see you in the next one.